Hi, welcome to AFTV. I've got Lee Judges with me. We've just beaten Preston North End 3-0 at the Deepdale Stadium. Lee, I've asked everyone to start with this. What did you take from today's performance? A 3-0 win, comfortable win for Arsenal. What did you take from it?
I take the 5.5 hour journey right, up here was well worth it, and the 5.5 hour journey back for Ethan Wanyeri's goal. Yep. It was sensational. What a goal! I'm just glad that I was here to see that.
Well, let's talk about him a little bit, because it seems like Arteta wants to bleed him in slowly. Don't want to give him too much pressure playing in the Premier League. But do you think? Listen, forget all that. Everyone keeps saying if you're good enough, you're old enough, and is it right that we should be now campaigning to see him in the Premier League games or Champions League games?
Bringing him in slowly. What is he, a snail? You know what I mean? Like, after that performance, he should be straight in.
Yeah.
You know, the one thing that his fitness is not quite there because he didn't last the 90 minutes. But
we saw him cramping up.
Listen, he was a spark today. You know, like the creative spark that we haven't had for ages. I know people are going to come back against Preston and it's Bolton and all that, like. But there was other players in the team that didn't impress as much as what he did today. You can only play what's in front.
Yeah, name some, because I feel like if Julian said everyone was kind of on the same level, bar Ethan, he went to another level. But for you, was there some questionable performances?
No, not questionable. Just like everybody, you know, there were a couple of players that weren't quite, but they done it okay.
Yeah.
But Wanyeri was just different class. Yeah. Different class. Every time he gets the ball, you know, they try to foul him, try to push him. He's got that creativity spark. He's got that thing in his game where he knows he's good, and he's prepared to express it. And he's probably at the age of 17 where.
So what are we waiting for then? Really? What is it? What is Arteta?
Well, we've had tough games. If I've been really honest about it, we've had a lot of tough games. A lot of tough games away. Very, very difficult. But I think there's been games to bring him in, and also what you have to say with just keep doing what you're doing, and eventually he's got, you know, Arteta, you know, he'll force his way into the team. I was very, very impressed with him today, you know, and again, you know, you've got a difficult game now against Newcastle, and then you've got a difficult game against Milan, you've got a difficult game against Chelsea.
Fair. So you don't expect to see him be starting in the next coming games, because they are?
No, because he'll probably go for the tried and trusted and the experience, you know, but. You know that if things are not going quite well, I mean, with 20, 25, 30 minutes, chuck him on, you know, he'd do something. I thought he was sensational today, I have to say that. I don't care. Every fan walking out of that ground today ain't talking about Jesus, they're not talking about Havertz, they're not talking about Saliba, they're talking about Wanyeri. So that's how good his performance was today.
Yeah, and I think he will enjoy probably hearing that and the compliments he's going to be getting from fans today, because he had a really good game. I want to quickly just touch on one other player who's you know, young, coming into the squad today and made a great save. Tommy Setford. I know not many people are going to bring him up, but I know you take a look in some of the goalkeepers. I think it was a performance that wasn't tested too much, but when he was called upon, he made a good save.
Yeah, I liked his song, you know what I mean? But no, listen, clean sheet.
Yeah.
I think he done. Listen, he'll be sitting in the dressing room now. I'll get on the coach today. Perfect performance for him. Perfect sort of game, clean sheet. He had to make a couple of saves. Yeah. He had to do some stuff. It weren't like he was bored out of his head or whatever. He had to be alert. He had to be. I liked him with his feet. He looks very, very comfortable. I'll tell you what, that is one sound Premier League, not Premier League, but like Arsenal first team performance, without a doubt.
At a young age, very well. Julian's just came on. He said about he was getting people around him moaning because he was saying, you know, Sterling's getting in the right places. He's trying good things.
Well, I don't know. Like,
wasn't his day today? Did it feel like?
I don't know about that, but like, I was next to Julian. I fell asleep 4 times when he was talking, so I don't know. So were people moaning? I'm not so sure.
You was asleep when I
was asleep, like, you know. Probably moaning about him.
Yeah.
But no, I get that. You know, like.
He seemed frustrated, especially that last one when he got that block on the line.
Listen, he done everything right there. Come on, like, apart from sure, he probably was a little bit too cautious because of confidence and all that. Listen, things are not going well for him at the moment. When you come to a new club, first and foremost, he's only got a year. So you want to impress very, very quickly. It's very hard when you stop, start. And all of a sudden he's not getting the game time that he wants. Now, I think the last time I seen him was at Bournemouth. He only played about 20 minutes. How many weeks? 2 weeks ago?
Yeah. 2 weeks
and now
ago.
He's got to come in and play, and you expect him to produce.
Yeah.
That's when I go back to it and I say, well, Wanyeri's produced, so you need to.
I think people are going to do that a lot. They're going to say, look at this youngster's come in and look what he's doing. You're an experienced pro. You've been there. You've been at the heights. And this young 17-year-old is taking the limelight.
And I agree with that. And the one thing that is different between the two is that, you know, Wanyeri at this moment in time has got a carefree attitude.
Yeah.
You know, whatever he does, everybody's going to back him. Everything's there. You know, there's a little bit more scrutiny, a little bit more pressure on Sterling. I don't think he was bad today.
Yeah.
If I've been really honest, you know, like, and that at the end there summed it up. Fantastic work from Havertz. If I've been really honest, it was his touch weren't great. That's why he took it around and give him the chance. And he's probably like, you know, oh, this is it. This is my goal.
This is it. I can go celebrate.
This is it. And a 6'4" defender from Preston ruined his night.
I see him look at Saka so frustrated. I don't want to do every player because I don't think it's needed, but Jesus and Zinchenko back in the squad today. They had a lot of question marks from Arsenal fans about, you know, what the future's going to be like at Arsenal. Did they impress you enough today, or is it something you can't really judge?
Listen, Zinchenko's first game, so he done okay. He got through it. Looks okay.
Yeah.
You know, you have to take that in consideration. He's been out for four weeks or whatever. I thought Jesus done okay. Scored. What you know? What I think there was a couple of people who turned around saying we should have got an hat-trick. Well, like, you know, I'm not being horrible. The last time I looked at these, they weren't Sunday morning.
Oh, they're in the Championship.
They're a Championship, you know what I mean?
It's a good outfit, yeah.
They've got to have some sort of quality to be professional footballers. I think
100%.
people, you know,
People forget that, they do.
But people forget that. But the quality of our side and the quality was massive today. You could see the gap, you know. Hence why I fell asleep talking to Julian. But that's another.
That's another story. Let me end by just asking you about this competition. Then, where are you at? Do you think Arsenal should be taking it fully seriously? Like, a lot of fans know this, but it's the Carabao Cup. It doesn't mean nothing. Where are you at?
Well, it meant a lot today. It meant a lot to all the fans travelling up here today. 4 and 5 hours on. You know, I heard some had 7 hours. Yeah. I don't know if they was on push bikes, but there's 7 hours.
There was a lot of traffic.
But there was a lot of traffic, like, you know. But what I would say to that is you only have to look at the team today.
Yeah.
It was strong.
Yeah.
You're 2-0 up and you're bringing players on. You know, to give them a little bit of a run out and everything there. But also, if things went wrong today, there was a big strong bench there, like, you know. So listen, we're in the quarter-finals now. You know, Manchester City looks like at this moment in time could be out. I don't know. You know, so like they're out. So like, you know, Tottenham have done well and beaten City's reserves or third team. Well done. You know, so listen, there's a chance. Liverpool have gone through tonight. You know, they're decent.
Yeah.
Man United now have not got a manager, and now look at they're looking good.
Yeah, they're looking good. 5-2.
You know, so listen, look, I don't care about anybody there. You know, well done to Crystal Palace tonight. But what I want is a home draw. That's all I want. You know, listen, we all love coming up here, and it's a great. But we've all got to go home now, 4 or 5 hours, and won't get into bed till the lights.
Yeah,
the lights.
but even when you made it worth it for you.
More than worth it.